Yo. You wanna join me? Yeah, but I'll just edit it. It's all good. You can come go. Oh, yeah. I'm pretty good on the week in review. It's the other stuff that I'm not good at. This is why the files are like 10 gig. I don't have lights in the background, so I can crank down the shutter speed to oblivion. Yeah, so, or up, whatever you think which way. It's just 1 on 1,000 at the moment. So, it's good. I can see it, yeah. Excellent. Very on. Thank you. Thank you, Brian. Oh. There we go. Week in review. Let's get it. So, welcome to this week's Week in Review. This week I have a little bit of a different scenery because there is a class going on in the background, but all good. Tell me if you like it. It's quite cozy here. It'll last for a little while and then the sun will blare me out, so we'll see how we go. Let's start off with this week's bright spots. I'm going to start off on Monday with a hero workout DT, and I want to say a big shout out to Eric. Pause. He was leading the way by opening the door for everyone else to RX that workout. DT is a heavy workout and it's not a weight 70 kilos that we use very often, but he had a crack and he's never afraid of throwing some weight around, which is always a good thing and always a good way to lead from the front. Good job, Eric. Let's jump ahead to Wednesday, and I want to show a shout out to Adam Roberts, who threw down some crazy hard intensity in Wednesday's workout. Big shout out to Adam. Well done. Your efforts did not go unnoticed. Thursday, we want to give a shout out to Gabe, one of our newer members, who threw down some really good quality of movement in the class. Zach mentioned that it was really virtuous, if you will. You're attempting to move very well and your progress was happening excellent. So good job, Gabe. Your efforts don't go unnoticed as well. Let me give a easy shout out to Friday to Jeremy and Tommy, who RX that workout. That workout was just on another level difficult, but we did have a couple fellas RX it, so good job, boys. It's always good to celebrate those type of things because, you know, although it may seem so far out in the distance for some people, it is possible, and I want you to believe that. So keep trying and you can get it, and you can be just like Jeremy one day. Maybe not like Tommy, we'll see how we go, but definitely Jeremy is achievable because he's a humble dude and he's relatable. So good job, Jez, good job, Tommy, as always. And then for gymnastics class this morning, crazy hard exercises. We did a planche. If you don't know what a planche is, look it up, P-L-A-N-C-H-E. It's super hard. Yeah. Ryan's behind me telling me that I can spell CrossFit movements, some of them.
Musket.
I can, so planche. Anyway, planche is kind of like the top of a push-up, but your feet are off the ground. So imagine trying to do that. Anyway, we went through some progressions. Obviously, we made it accessible to everyone, but Brendan specifically hit a very nice planche, had a lot of effort, strong angle in there, really working on that elbow power. And so we want to make sure that we recognize Brendan's power. Good job. More traffic. Let's move on to some welcomes to the week. I want to welcome Tyler, who came in just this Saturday. Tyler was training with us a little while back and has come back to the gym for the time being, which is excellent. Hopefully we have him here for the next few years, Tyler, or even longer, 10 years. We're going to 10-year Tyler. That's the goal. He's going to be an absolute weapon. He moves well. He looks good, let's be honest, and he is a top bloke to boot. So congratulations and thank you to Tyler for coming down. Now, I haven't got tons to talk about, although I always say that and these videos go super long, but let me reiterate a few things. Friday coming, we have Bring a Friend Friday. A few people ask me questions as in, what time is it? It is every single class. Every single class is Bring a Friend Friday. I will send out a link in this video of anyone who of your friends who you want to bring down. You can send them that link and then they can fill out their details and then I will know they're coming to the class. So check out that link in this video, send it to them. I'll send it to everywhere. I'll tell you all about it. Bring a Friend Friday, every single class on Friday. You can have a look at the workout. It's fairly simple, nice, easy partner workout. So if your friends are scared of CrossFit, which tell them not to be, tell them to have some courage, but also say that the workout is on the easier level of things. Then we've got our challenge as well. I've had a few throwdowns on the challenge. I feel like I want to ban Tommy from challenging things, but let's not do that. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt. Current time to beat for the fellas is 6 minutes, 6 seconds, and current time to beat for the ladies is 7 minutes, 44 seconds. Just do the sled challenge. I want you to win. I want to give you money. Remember, if you do post it on the internet, you get 10 seconds off your score. So if Kai had posted his score, he would actually be in front of Tommy in theory. So, you know, maybe you just give me some free publicity. I'll give you 10 seconds and a better chance to win the competition. Drag the sled, it's good fun. Now, last week I mentioned the apparel store and that it would be up this week, but I don't want to pass the blame, but I was lied to in that regard. The apparel store people said they had something up with their printer, not their printer specifically, but the graphics that go into the printer, and it wasn't going in right, la-di-da-di-da. There was some sort of problem that is coming up, and they said they'll get onto it as soon as they can. So I'm not going to even promise that it's going to be up soon, but I will keep harassing them pretty much every other day until it is up, because I want my jellyfish top and I want my love heart top ready for summer. Ready for winter. That'll make a fun meme. And also, if you do go on, there are some other stuff in there already. There are some sleeveless tops and a couple other relentless weightlifting stuff as well. So get on the store, have a look. As soon as it drops, I will be promoting that stuff everywhere, so you'll see it. The Open is coming up now in 2 weeks. It starts on the 1st. We're gonna try and make it as much community-based as possible. Remember that you don't necessarily have to sign up to CrossFit.com. All I want you to do is sign into the class on Fitbox. So go into Fitbox, sign in, and then I know who's in the class. I can print off the amount of score sheets, you know, all that kind of stuff that just helps me organize. It is a little bit frustrating if people do it and don't do that, because then I am behind the gun. I'll always assume that some people have, but we'll see how we go. Couple questions around the Open. I addressed most of those last week, but one of them I didn't address is what happens if I can't do it on the Friday? And if you can't do it on the Friday, that's okay. I'd recommend try and make it to the very last one. So 24.3, which would be on the 15th, I believe. Maybe Ryan will check it for me in a second. Come to that Friday night, because we'll have some barbecues and beers afterwards. If you can make it to that one, that'd be really good. But if you can't make it to that one, I am leaning towards, tell me if you want it, making Monday the Open workout. Now this actually throws a huge spanner in the programming chain, because it means I don't know what the workout is until the Friday, which means then the Tuesday's off. So usually I have to get my programming a little one step behind, but it is possible. So if you couldn't make it on the Friday, but you had a friend who can come judge you on the Monday, anyone in the classes or in the morning between 7 and 9, then you can still do the Open. Cool. You can actually do it Tuesday morning as well, I believe, until 11 o'clock, but I wouldn't leave it that late. So you can't come Friday, no stress, you can still do the Open. I still want you to sign into that class, just so I have your documentation for a score sheet and whatever, but yeah, get into it. It should be fun. We're doing team competitions. We'll draw the teams the week before the Open. We're going to call it the Prime Cut Championships. We've got Tommy Tomahawk Ribeye and Zach. I was thinking short ribs, but we don't want to shit on him too much, so maybe we'll give him filet mignon for Zach. Cool. One of those teams gets to pick me, obviously. And you know, if you want all the points, because I'll do all the judging. How long's this been going for? I don't have too much else to talk about. I did want to riff on a little bit about some strength stuff and why strength is important, but it's bouncing around in my head too much and I feel like it'll be too incoherent, so I'll save that till next week, and then next week's video can be 20 minutes long, perhaps. Maybe you like that, maybe you won't. All right, subscribe, leave a comment. I'm gonna be the next Dave Castro, so I'll just read your comments. Didn't have any comments last week, bit sad panda about that, but that's okay. Now that Ryan's standing right in front of me, I'm sure he'll leave a comment now. Cool. All right. I'll see you next week. Yeah.
So,
Tani's dropping Lucky off with me, and then you want to go get some food?